All right, I got a good example for you here. This is going to blow your mind. You're going to use all your skills, feel really smart at the end. Here we go. So I've got Sandra here. She invests $2,500 into a mutual fund that's going to pay out compound interest quarterly. And we got her statement that shows the value of her fund after 10 years. Or sorry, 10 quarters. All right, nothing confusing there. I'm not trying to mess with you. So it starts at $2,500, increases. What's the question going to be? We're going to use regression to determine the annual interest rate she earned. Okay, so regression, you know what that means. Let's get our calculators out. Let's turn our stat plots on. Okay, let's go into our list, stat, edit. I got stuff there already. I'm going to write over it. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 4, 10. Check it out. There's something left over from before. You better delete that. Or I better delete that. It's gone. I'm going to go over and delete this one because I know I'm going to have to. And I'm just going to write over these values. Okay. That looks good. This one looks a bit different. It just rounded because it didn't have room. If you highlight it, it still says the exact value. Real nice. All right, now what do we want to do? In order to make sure we can see it, we do zoom 9. There it is. Making money, looking good. We're going to have to do regression here. Okay, so I'll remind you of all the stuff. We'll do stat, calc. I think it's like number 0. I went up and set it down to find it. It was a bit quicker. Doesn't matter, you'll find it. Here it is. To get the graph, we got to do vars, y vars, enter, enter. Okay, here we go. The line goes through the dots, everything's good. Ooh, I don't know if I actually, no, I didn't press enter, it didn't do the regression. There we go, that looks better. And here's the line, that looks good. Okay, so that just tells us we did everything right. We're actually going to need this formula here. Okay, so, oops. Here's the formula for compound interest. Here's our stuff. If I'm going to write this as an equation, it would look like this. Y equals, I'm just going to round that to 2,500. And then b is the base of the exponent. I'm going to round that to 1.02 because it's super close. Okay, so let's talk. The principal is 2,500. That makes sense. X is just n. We don't need to do any analysis on that. So we're going to have to find out what I is. And that's going to be able to tell us what the annual interest rate is. Okay, so I think you'll agree I could rewrite 1.02 as 1 plus 0.02. The reason I did that is to make the brackets match our general formula. Okay, in order to find out this number here, you just subtract 1 from there. That's what we want because that's what I is. Okay, so again, we did regression. All we really needed was the base of the exponent, the value of b in our regression data. Okay, subtracting 1 gives us I. Now remember, that is the interest rate per compounding period. That's always what y is, or excuse me, I is always equal to the interest rate per compounding period. Okay, so what we want is the annual. This was compounded quarterly, so this is per quarter. We're going a bit backwards in this example. If we want the annual rate, we're going to have to multiply that by the number of compounding periods in a year. Okay, that's going to be 8%. I like this question. I'm going to ask you to do one today, and I'm going to ask you to do one on the unit assignment. Okay,